we tore this Vulcan 500 down, and I think this is a great time to actually tear apart some forks because I've never actually done it, and this is a parts bike, and if anybody's going to get this, they're going to want to rebuild the fork seals and everything because they're completely gone. So why don't we take this apart, and straight forks sell themselves without the front end attached. So great chance to take these apart and show you how to do it. So we have a big hex bolt there. We have like a 17, 18, 19 bolt there. And then on the other side we have probably a 12 or a 14 pinch bolt holding that on. So let's get the impact and start tearing this down. 8 hex on top and 19 down here. Get this nut off and work on the pinch bolt on the other side for the axle. 12 millimeter nut on the bottom, 12 millimeter bolt on the top. You got to hold the bolt while you turn the nut, and then we can pull this axle straight out. Stick a screwdriver or something through there and slide that puppy out of there. There you go. Work it back and forth. You can get your axle out. Keep it clean. Put the nut back on. Keep stuff together. Now our wheel is free. There is a spacer right here. Stick that on and see if there's something on the other side we need to save. There's our speedometer gear on the other side. So you can actually keep that all together. Stick everything on there with the cable if you want to do that. And now we just have the forks. You can take a hammer and knock this off, or you can just basically pull these down individually since we already removed the nuts and the bolts up here. Here we go. Got the triple tree off of the shocks, and you're probably thinking, well, shouldn't these just pull out now? Like they were mounted to the wheel, mounted to the top of the bike. Didn't they just float in there? Well, nope. You can't just pull them out because that would not work. In real life, if they came out, and it just wouldn't be bad. It would be bad. So down in here, we have a 6 millimeter hex, and it's skinny enough that you're not going to get a socket down in there. So make sure you don't strip it out when you do this. But we got this. I wonder if this would work. Just about. Yeah, it could work. You're thinking, so we got to turn that out, and it's bolted in there. Now you're going to have oil in here, and you're questioning what this 10 millimeter bolt does. Well, I think that's probably where you put your oil in. Make sure your oil level is up to here. We're not going to rebuild these, but if we would, that's what we're doing. So if I take these off, I bet you're going to have an oil hole that is just for that purpose, I think, for reloading these. So I will take those off, show you what that looks like, and we'll remove these so we can take these out. I'm gonna need to get a pan to catch any oil that might fall. There you go. All that was literally just a cap. And that's where you're gonna be filling it from. As I said, we're not doing that here. Okay. Back to trying to figure out how to get these out. Hey, I got it loosened up. I used this, and I grabbed this wrench, and I put that over the edge, and I have this in the vise, and I was able to just pop it loose, and I was afraid that I broke something, but no. Then it was real easy, full turns, and let's see if she comes out. There's our bolt. As I said, there's going to be fluid in there, probably some dirty, gross stuff. There's some dirt in there, and yours might not have dirt in it. Dirt works its way down if these seals are bad. So this thing was the Woods Kawasaki Vulcan, and so we got that out. Now if you look in there, I bet there's nothing to see. I know, can't see it without light. We should be able to pull this out, and now I need to go back to my pan so we can catch any fluid. There it is, just a clear open hole, and now we can pull this sucker out. Ooh, she started dripping out, and then I started working it, and you can hear Here, I'll just hold it down with my foot. Listen. Up, down, up, down. Oh, it's not gonna do it. There we go. There you go. There you go. You're pushing all that tons of air out of there now. And I don't know, this isn't releasing as I pull it up, but I guess I have to get past all this junk and should be able to pull it up through there. Once I get to there, oh, looks like there's a clip holding all that in. Didn't even know that. I see it now. See that metal clip? So let's pull that out. See? You learn something new every day. All right, lifted that pin out there, out of there. Look at all that rust in there. Just been collecting water in the woods. So I lifted that out. So I assume now, once I pull this out, I can get this free. And here's our dust cover, which is trash. Get that out of there. I'm gonna clean these up and make them look brand new. Here you go, my friends. We're gonna clean this up. But once I got that clip out of there, where did I put that? Keep everything together. I don't know if this clip comes with the new rebuild kit or not. So there's that. There's our lower bolt. This is our seal, which obviously is junk. I was trying to rip that out because it didn't seem like it was wanting to come free. And I thought maybe there was another clip under there. But I bumped it and bumped it and pushed it and pushed it. And he did finally come free. And then in the bottom, I hope that was just junk that was in my lid here. In the bottom, you got this guy. And I'm assuming there's where the screw goes in. So that is your piston. And then there's a spring in here, which I assume a spring. And this cap probably sits in this. And tell me if this, look at that. That fits in there pretty good. Tell me, I don't think this should be really that disgusting. That is very dirty. Gray, blue color. And then there's our piston. So, this is what you got. This is in here. Let me put this down for a sec. See if I can move this around a little bit. This is what's springing. I assume I can pull this out, but I haven't tried. There is the bottom of our shock or strut tower in here. I'm gonna try and get some of this apart. I guess I should try that with two hands and take all this apart and show you, and then we'll be done for the day. All right, so we got this little collar here, and you got this, which is probably the dust cover. And then this is our seal from the top, and of course, upper dust cover there. So that's all from the upper side. And then here, I think we have this collar. I could probably push this apart and slide this out. This is holding something on, it looks like. So I think I can pop this off and probably get the rest of this out. Guys, we have torn this down to a point of which I think you could service it. I'm sure there's a way to get in here to the giant spring, but in this video, I'm not finding it. I have to go do some research if I'm gonna get this intersection out. I did get that collar off and it didn't do anything. Maybe it did, but I think this cap right here has a way of coming off, but I haven't figured it out. Does it turn? But anyway, if you have information on this, I don't need to take it apart. I think this is a good spot to sell it. I'll do the same to the other one and we'll get it off. And then there'll be two straight. I'll clean them up as best as possible. And we'll see what we get. I looked at the manual and apparently right here, this is a cap in here and on top. So this is actually up on top. You probably have a cap on here, a cover. If you push this down, you see that little clip in there? See the opening right there? You can push this down with a lot of force. It's not gonna work for me very well right now because I have everything demounted. It might've been possible to do when I was on the bike, but if you push this down with lots of force, you can get that clip out and then this comes out. So this is probably holding your spring down. So there's a big spring in there. And then you could get the rest of this fork out the top. But I think that's not something I'm gonna do. We have straight, clean forks, and that's where I'm gonna leave it. Here comes the second one. That should start leaking out just a little bit. That bolt came out dirty too. But now, I bet you, well, there's too much fluid in here, but if we push this down, it's gonna come out of here. There it comes. Pushing it out. That hydraulic fluid is what's keeping you alive out there. That's what's keeping you from wrecking your bike. Makes your front end go up and down. The spring does a bit, but this creates pressure to push back on the spring. There we go. And then we'll just get that little metal clip out of here. Work this out now that we know what we're doing. So get out, clean up your forks, completely tear them down. Make sure that your dust covers don't look like that. They're both kind of grody. And there's the bolt for the bottom. There's the other bolt. There's our clip. Is everything here? Yeah, there's the clip. Here's our actual seal. I kind of ripped that one up. This one finally came off. There you go. So those springs in there keep it tight. We'll wipe that off, get all this listed. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Get out and ride or tear down your Kawasaki Vulcan forks.